Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for December 11th of 2024 is titled "The Shells and Jets of Galaxy Centaurus A." So what do we see here? Well, as you may expect, we are seeing Centaurus A, which is actually a relatively nearby galaxy, about 12 million light years away, and is what we call an active galaxy. Now its name comes from how it was discovered as a radio source. So that was the first radio source detected in the constellation of Centaurus, which, as you might also recognize, contains Alpha Centauri, the nearest star to us, although completely unrelated to this galaxy. Now the galaxies are active generally when there are collisions going through them. So we see a combination of galaxies here. We see a large galaxy. It's kind of surrounding everything with a bunch of shells there. And then we have a dark dust lane going across. Now the dust lane is typical of a spiral galaxy. And this could be a combination of two different galaxies colliding together. Now what makes a galaxy active compared to an ordinary galaxy is the emission from its center. First of all, it's a lot brighter than it otherwise would be. And it also gives off what we call non-thermal radiation. Thermal radiation is what we see from stars and is based simply on the temperature of that star. And for a galaxy, typically you can just average together all of the stars there, and that would give you the temperature of the distribution for the galaxy. A galaxy emitting non-thermal radiation will give off a lot more radio light and a lot more X-rays and high energy light than we would otherwise see. Now here we see a number of different things, and they're labeled, although it's going to be a little difficult to read those because they're relatively small. But you can see the central dust lane there in the middle, and you can see two jets. Well, you can really see one jet well. There is the northern jet, which is heading off toward the lower right hand side, and that one is very prominent. You can see the southern jet toward the upper left hand side, which is a little bit harder to see. Now the jets get magnified when they're heading in the direction of Earth, and they get demagnified when they're heading the opposite direction. So it's a lot harder to see the one that's moving away from us as compared to the one that's moving toward us. Now we can also see again a number of different shells of material scattered around there. And a lot of this may have to do with the collision that is ongoing right now. And it takes a lot of time for a collision to occur. So it's not just something that occurs quickly and is over. Because of the massive sizes of galaxies, it can take a very long time for the collision to actually occur. So we're talking hundreds of millions of years. So we really get just a snapshot of the collision, one instant of it. And that's all we'll see for our entire lives, because of how, even though the galaxies can be moving quickly, the great distances they have to go past make it very difficult for us to ever see any changes on very short time frames of the type that we're used to. But here we get to see that example of an active galaxy with jets coming out from that central black hole that is what is providing the energy source. And during the collision, more material is pushed into the center, feeding the black hole at the center and causing excess energy that we see as the active galaxy. So that was our picture of the day for December 11th of 2024. It was titled "The Shells and Jets of Galaxy Centaurus A." We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture. So until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.